r/AskReddit, which propaganda effort was so successful, people still believe it today. Absinthe makes you hallucinate was propaganda because it was hurting the wine industry. Carrots make your vision better. This rumor was started in World War II to hide the invention of radar. The public was told that Allied pilots found the German bombers during the Blitz because they had good eyesight because they ate their carrots, but in reality it was that the British had an early radar system in place that they did not want the Germans to find out about and bomb. That dandelions are weeds. I recently discovered that these pretty yellow flowers were reclassified as weeds because of lawn culture and some successful marketing by herbicide companies. Dandelions have been used in food and medicine for centuries. When Edward Bernays, the father of public relations, literally renamed propaganda that we want people to think is not bad to public relations and advertising, and he literally admitted it in a book he made called Propaganda. Propaganda is, quite literally, just media that is attempting to persuade you. It might be honest or dishonest, but, no matter what, it is still propaganda. Drinking fountains are unhealthy. The bottled beverage industry commissioned and publicized a series of studies in the early 1990s when they decided to get into the bottled water business. The problem was that their largest competitor was free and available in schools, parks, and public buildings everywhere. Anyone who took even a semester of biology knows that if you walk around and swab and culture anything, you'll find that it's covered in bacteria. That's ecology on planet Earth. Many Korean people believe that fans can cause death. Even my mother, who moved to America in her mid-teens, still prohibits me from leaving a fan on overnight for fear of death. There is a conspiracy theory that the South Korean government spread this myth as propaganda to prevent energy overusage, but its origins are unknown. It's strange that many Koreans believe this myth considering it is one of the most technologically advanced countries. Jaywalking. Jay is a slur against inexperienced people. It has some connotations of racism against black people. Streets used to be for everyone. No, it wasn't perfect, but it was made to work, and it did. Then cars came along, and the term jaywalker, by car companies, to make people feel stupid for walking in the street like they always did. It worked. Codified in law, we have the huge swath of land used by cars we have today. That Napoleon Bonaparte was short. He was 5 feet and 7 inches tall, which might be a little bit on the shorter side by modern standards, but it was around the average height for people back then. The idea that he was short actually came from the British propaganda campaign to mock him. Also, due to starting out as an artillery officer, when he got high rank, he sometimes liked to micromanage the cannons, a job meant for corporals. This earned him the nickname Little Corporal from his troops. It's a term of endearment. The Brits may have heard it and put more emphasis on the little part. Nestle done a smear campaign saying formula feeding is best. They mainly done it in third world countries. Nestle owns majority of formula companies, so they got rich, and uneducated third world countries suffered as they would rather use this healthier option but made it with dirty water, meaning children died, which wasn't needed as most have no issue making breast milk. The Smokey the Bear campaign. Fire is a natural part of the life cycle of a forest. There are even several species that need fire, like jackpine, essential habitat for a species of birds called jackpine warblers, whose seeds only germinate after a fire. Fires clear away underbrush and detritus too, making the soil more fertile for surviving plant life and successionary life. Unfortunately, the Smokey the Bear campaign, while good intentioned, was so successful that now we have massive buildups of highly flammable materials in the underbrush, and fires can rage for much longer than they would under natural conditions, making controlled burns under their measures necessary. So next time a wildfire breaks out on the West Coast, thank Smokey the Bear for it. That Taco Bell sells grade D meat, or that their ground beef is equivalent to dog food. In the last few years, Taco Bell has quickly become one of the healthiest fast food chains, being one of the first to completely ban artificial ingredients. The comparison to dog food is ridiculous, as most commercial dog foods contain protein meal, byproduct composed of the leftover and diseased parts of old, dying animals. TLDR eat Taco Bell. Edit, didn't expect the response, but I'm happy to always defend one of my favorite foods that got me through a lot of late nights in college. That teeth are supposed to be perfectly white. People should know that a healthy set of teeth doesn't mean they're perfectly white. Super white teeth are not even normal. Our enamel will slowly become more translucent as we age, revealing the color of the dentin, which is yellow, underneath it. That's why as we get older, our teeth will become yellower. Doesn't mean they're not healthy or unclean. I am from Germany, and some of my grandparents still believe the stuff they were told about Jews by the Nazis. Like when a Jewish person dies on a Christian holiday, they get hung behind the door and everyone who comes in has to spit on him. It's some vile stuff. I can't believe how they were spoon-fed with this in their early years. Edit, another one I remember is that they were told that at a Jewish funeral, the dead person gets a stone put in their pocket, so if they cross Jesus in the afterlife they can throw it at him. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you were at all entertained, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing for future content. Stay safe everyone, until next time.